What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanting here, back again. Some more Destined Rivals Tabletop coming your way. Today, I'm going to be playing a fan favorite, or fan not favorite, depending on how you feel about it, Dragapult EX with Dusknoir. We're going to see how it does into one of the more low-key, but also pretty hype decks of this new set, and that is Ethan's Ho-Oh Firebox. So Paul, why don't you tell us a little bit about what this deck even does?
So the point of the deck is just to use Armarouge's Fire Off ability, which allows you to move fire energies from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. Ethan's Ho-Oh EX has the ability Golden Flame, which allows you to attach 2 basic fire energies to an Ethan's Pokemon. And guess what? The Ho-Oh isn't Ethan's Pokemon. So you accelerate to itself, and then you move the energy of the Fire Off to whatever attack you want to play. It's sort of like Terra Box. You have like Regigigas, you have hands, you have Ogerpon, everything like that. So
that sounds like a pretty sound game plan to me. I'm just playing a regular old Dragapult list, but I do have a new card in here, which is the Shaman. So that's hopefully going to protect against some bench sniping attacks. Like, you know, Paul can use Fezandipiti. He can use Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, which is the bigger threat of the two.
I thought you looked at Fezandipiti first.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's what the main change I'm gonna have in this list. So we're gonna see how this matchup fares, because I got a feeling if Paul can get set up pretty quickly, then he's gonna be able to just kind of tear through my board, even if I'm able to establish a Badoo lock. While we're shuffling up here, be sure to head on over to hitmonchanting.com, get yourself a playmat, some singles, some prize packs, all that stuff. Look at how amazing these playmats are. I just want to kiss it, and I think that you were going to love them very much. So head on over and also check out the rest of my sponsors. PTCGL store for code cards, Pokemon.gg for collection tracking, and Endgame TCG for sleeves. Code Hitmon on all of those, and then head on over to Card Trader and use code Hitmon5. You can get 5% off. Links in the description. Without any further ado, would you like heads or tails?
I'll go tails.
Tails.
Yes. You want to go second, I want to go first. I don't think it really matters. I want to go first.
Right. Some would say that tails never fails. Get it? Because, all right.
Yeah, I'll start with Mew. Probably the best starter possible. Because the one thing this deck also struggles with is retreating. So if I have a free retreater, no problems.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck. I will take my 1 mulligan. And you said you're going first, right?
Yes, the dreaded starter.
Of course.
Draw. Alrighty, so this hand is pretty bad except for the Squawkabilly EX. I don't think I have anything else to do other than to bench the Squawkabilly EX. I could attach to the active Mew EX and then Squawk and Seize. Discard the hand and draw 6 cards. 2 Night Stretcher is not great. And losing the Pal Pad.
Pal Pad's also not great, but it could have been worse.
Exactly. Like, I had to use Squawkabilly.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I probably just want to discard the items because I'm not going to be able to use them. So I'll Ultra Ball away them, get myself out the Charcadet. There is technically a better one with the Heat Blast that can technically knock out Badoo, but
oh yeah, that's true.
I didn't find them in time.
That is okay. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a win personally.
And then nothing else to do but to pass.
Okay. I'll go ahead, draw for turn. Pretty good top deck. Duskull, that's not my top deck. I got Buddy off the top. So now we're just gonna take a quick peek through the deck, make sure I didn't prize for Dreepy, because that would suck.
My dream.
And we're just gonna go ahead and get some guys out here. Now, the one thing that's a little bit tragic about the Shaman is that it's 80 HP. So we cannot get it out with Buddy Poffin. Means we have to find it via Nest Ball or Ultra Ball or something like that.
Do you play Artisan?
I do not play Artisan in my list. Let's go for an Earthen Vessel here. But really, I need to be able to find that Shaman right now, because there's a very real chance I can just get sniped next turn. And with the Prime Catcher still available, I can get both Dreepy sniped, and I don't want that to happen.
But the Prime Catcher doesn't work under Bitchy Pollen, though.
Oh, that's true.
See, what a dreaded card.
I almost forgot that I hadn't played that card, to be honest. Okay, I don't know why I shuffled up. I got 2 Fire Energy off my Earthen Vessel. I'll attach for turn. And we're gonna go for an Ultra Ball here. We'll get rid of a Stretcher and a Fire Energy. Now we can get the dreaded Shaman out. I'd rather just be safe than sorry. And after that, another reason where I'm kind of worried is because I have an Iono to play, and Paul's hand is going to go from 3 cards to 6 cards.
Don't worry, I was also going to play an Iono.
Okay. All right, well, Iono will be played right here. The sleeves we are shuffling are endgame sleeves. Head on over to endgametcg.ca and use code HITMON to get 10% off. They just launched a bunch of new sleeves, and I think you're going to love them. Itchy Pollen.
Alrighty.
Yippee.
Draw. So the hand went from great to okay, because I have the Pokégears and they are useless. But luckily I did get the Charcadet down.
Okay.
I evolve into the Armarouge. I can bench a Ho here. And I guess technically, maybe the best play is just to attach a Luminous Energy to the Armarouge, retreat the Mew into the Squawkabilly, use the Fire Off ability, move the energy onto the Mew, to the Squawkabilly. I could have also moved the Luminous Energy because it technically counts as a Fire Energy, and Armarouge doesn't say basic Fire, it just says Fire Energy. And then I will just use Motivate for 20 damage, and I'm going to attach the energy from my discard pile to one of my bench Pokemon. Doesn't really matter because I moved an Armarouge. I'm just going to attach the Armarouge.
All right, that's pretty solid, actually. That is pretty good. Even still under item lock, and I'm hoping to keep the item lock going for a little bit longer. Let's draw for turn. Now we're gonna start off with a Nest Ball here. We are gonna grab ourselves, I think the other Duskull is in the deck. I would like to establish both, because ideally, if I can pull off a turn where I can eliminate Charcadet and Armarouge, then that'll be pretty good for me. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know why I'm shuffling. It's not gonna happen this turn because I gotta go ahead and play Jacques, but that is gonna be the main play that I'm going for. And if I can establish that, I think I'll be in a really good spot. If not, things might go a little sideways, but we're gonna focus on that when we get there. We have 2 Dracloaks to use, so I'll start off by evolving this one. And let's recon Directive. Look at 2 cards, none of them really anything too fantastic. And let's go for another Dracloak. 2 more cards, keep one of these, and let's go ahead and play it. It's going to be an Ultra Ball. And with the Ultra Ball, I'm gonna grab myself. Can you guess what it is?
I can't actually.
It's Dusclops. So making that elimination play that much easier, because I'm not able to go for Phantom Dive this turn, but I am able to go for another Itchy Pollen, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's do a solid Itch for 10.
Alrighty. I will draw for my turn another useless item. So I will attach Luminous Energy to a different Pokemon because I can't attach them both to the same Pokemon. So I'm gonna attach the Mew EX. And then I will actually return the Itchy Pollen favor to you. So I'm going to retreat the Squawkabilly into the Mew EX. And then I'm gonna use the Fire Off ability, move the 2 energies over here to my Mew EX. And now I can use Genome Hacking to copy Itchy Pollen and take a knockout.
All right, so my Badoo goes down. Now, it's an interesting scenario here. I'm under item lock, which does make it substantially harder for me to pull off like a big swing attack. But if I'm able to get this Mew eliminated, I get rid of 2 Luminous Energy, and if I can get rid of some Armarouge in the process, that would also be great. So let's draw a card and see what we can do. I'm gonna start off with a Recon here. Got 2 useless cards, so I'll put one of them to the bottom. Now we can go ahead, attach, go evolve to Dragapult here. And now I'm kind of debating, you have 4 cards in that hand of yours, right?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and use another Recon, no, not yet, I lied. Let's drop Fezandipiti. And we'll flip the script first. Okay. I kind of like this a little bit more. Yeah, not too bad. Let's go ahead and research. Because I could have gone for there it is, everyone. Could have gone for an Iono there.
But I haven't done anything for the last like 2 turns.
Yeah, exactly. So I would rather not give you a better hand when I know your hand is not great. And we got some decent stuff here, but can we make it fantastic is the question. I think we can. No, not that. Whoa, let's recon directive. This is pretty good for later, but again, no items. So let's go ahead and evolve to Dusknoir, Curse Blast. Goodbye, Armarouge.
Oh, exactly enough.
Yep, I did. And then we each take a prize and an even further sack. Let's flying entry.
Geez.
I'll put one here and I'll also throw one on the Squawkabilly is fine. Yeah, I used this guy already. And from there's not much else happening, but I don't really need much else. I already used this. Found Dive, and I'll put all 6 on the Charcadet.
Alrighty, that seems like a wrap.
Yeah, it's tough because either way, if I take out both your Armarouge, you can't do anything,
Exactly.
right?
Like technically if I had Clefairy, I could just copy the thing, but the play you just did was game winning, basically.
Yeah. Well, can you even do anything else here? Maybe. You know best.
Probably not. I don't play Blood Moon or Saluna, so there's no way I can actually like attack next turn, I don't think.
Well, hey, there's a possibility if you get double Ho-Oh down.
I guess.
You can swing with Ho-Oh.
But then I have to retreat somehow.
Yeah. You need double Ho-Oh plus attach for turn.
You have 2 prize cards left as well. I'm gonna put the Ho-Oh. We're not down until it's over.
All right.
Draw for my turn. I will bench the Fezandipiti, which would draw off the prize cards. And then I can go for a Nest Ball. Get myself down. Hopefully it is the in deck. It is not in deck. I mean, I guess my only hope is just to like maybe saw block until I draw something. Like maybe if I can get like a Night Stretcher, recover, go from there. So we're hoping that that's the plan for this turn, but I have to draw Prime Catcher and a lot more. So I will start off with a Pokégear with the top 7 cards to get any supporter. It's 4, 7, get myself the research, shuffle back. Hopefully I see an Iono off the second Pokégear. Yeah, that item
pretty
lock,
big hand, yeah.
Item lock was kind of rough.
Hey, who knew Badoo is such a good card?
Who knew? I didn't.
Recent discovery here on the Hitmonchanting channel.
I'm gonna Pokégear again. Alrighty. Just another research. How many cards do you have in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
More than
7,
5.
8,
I don't want to
9,
hear
10.
it.
10 cards.
10 cards. Okay,
10 cards.
Lovely. Okay. I mean,
There's a chance.
There is a chance. I will attach the Luminous Energy to the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, and I'm just gonna go for the research then.
Yeah.
Discard, draw 7 for 7. I will now go for the Flip the Script. Draw 3. Okay. Yeah, nothing really much over here. Didn't draw the Prime Catcher. Didn't draw a way to find a Charcadet. Do you have a Boss's Orders in your hand?
No, but I got Dusclops.
Yeah, alrighty.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's really trivial about this Armarouge deck is the Charcadet problem, is that the deck kind of doesn't function without Armarouge, and especially decks that can take the multi-prize cards on the Armarouge, it makes a wrap for this deck. Alright, I got a basic.
Cool.
Good start hands here. Yeah, let's start hands here. Let's go aggressive. Alrighty. Good luck.
Good luck. I'll take Mully.
The dreaded starter again.
Of course. And I'm going first, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'll draw for turn. Not an insane start. I have Duskull, I have Nest Ball. But past that, that's all I got. So let's
Good to hear. I love to
get
hear
Dreepy
that.
down and let's pass to you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna draw for my turn. I do have some Nest Balls and everything like that. How many cards do you have in your hand?
He's got some balls. I got 5, 6. 6 cards.
Okay.
Let me finish shuffling here.
So I guess using the Iono is fine. I don't think I want to use the Pokégears and discard. So I think I'm gonna start off with a Nest Ball.
Okay. Get
the most important Pokemon out of the deck, which is, can you guess it?
Regigigas.
Yeah! Yeah, I was debating either playing Regigigas or Clefairy, because technically Clefairy can combo with Mew, but I feel like
True.
Gigas is such a a lot stronger because it's a single prize attacker as well.
Yeah.
And if you do something like a play where you knock out both Armarouges, the Regigigas is still in the act.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because it's also pretty possible to get rid of the Clefairy and get rid of an Armarouge Regigigas.
Exactly.
It's that much easier.
From here, I will. Do I want to bench the Fezandipiti? Yeah, I can. I'll bench the Fezandipiti. I will also go for an. I don't know why I shuffled back, but I'm gonna go for an Ultra Ball, and I'm gonna get myself a Ho-Oh EX. Just to get it down. Hopefully I find some fire energies next turn, or even after the Iono that I have in my hand. So I'll get an Ethan's Ho-Oh EX.
So I'm guessing your optimal board here is like double Charcadet, 1 Ho-Oh, or 2 Ho-Oh?
Two Ho-Oh,
and then an attacker and a support Pokemon.
Yeah,
right?
which is why it's tough to play Squawkabilly, because
Yeah.
there is no bench space.
Yeah.
So I'll just play an Iono.
Yeah, that I was low-key, like, I don't know, my hand could have been decent because I had double Dracloak in my hand.
Ooh.
So this could be bad for me. Let's see what happens.
6. Alrighty, we have the makings of a good hand here, actually.
Woohoo!
The makings.
The makings. Can he make it
Start off with a
happen?
Nest Ball here. I'll get myself another Charcadet down just for safety. And I will actually go back in.
Yep.
I will go for an Earthen Vessel.
There
I will
we go.
discard an Iono. Get myself 2 fire energies.
Yeah, I think you should be going second.
Probably. I will use the Golden Flame ability to attach 2 fire energies to my Ho-Oh EX. I will attach a Luminous Energy for turn to the hands. Now let's go pass.
All right. I'll draw for turn. Interesting stuff here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. You got 2 cards in hand.
2.
Willing to bet one of those is like a research for sure.
I mean, I did Vessel and
You did Vessel and Iono, so I don't mind giving you more cards, especially because of what my top deck is. But for now, what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. This is kind of risky, but I think it may pay off here. We'll see. Can you grab a Dragapult?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm foregoing my Dracloak here because I top decked a rare candy.
Okay.
And my goal, hopefully, is if I can find a way to set up a KO on this hands, like if I can get a Jet Headbutt this turn, then at least I'll stop you from taking 2 prizes without a boss, right? And maybe I can kind of come back from that because I'm already not in a great spot on my board. Let's go Rare Candy, Dragapult, and then Iono.
Sure.
So, I don't know. Interesting. I'll see if this play works. Is it optimal? Probably not, but you never know.
And you always have to fall back if it's your pollen if it doesn't work out.
Exactly. 6. Okay. I got a lot of setup, but I didn't get a lot of anything else. So we can go Dusclops, play Buddy Buddy Poffin, and get ourselves Dreepy and another Duskull here. And I do think, unfortunately, I'm gonna go for the Itchy Pollen angle in a second. Yeah, I don't have an energy. I was really needing that energy, but at least my board is a little more safe and sound because I have another Dreepy in my hand. So we'll bench that guy and then Itchy Pollen.
Alrighty, draw for my turn. And that Itchy Pollen really made this hand bad.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, nothing really else happening here. I guess I could, I don't even know what I would want to do over here. I think I'll probably just have to go boss on the Dusclops because you probably don't want to activate it this turn because you can attack with Dragapult EX next turn. So if you do activate it, at least take an extra prize card to go back into Badoon. If you don't activate it, I get to use my items hand, which I really want to use.
Yeah.
And I just have to go pass.
Okay. Draw. That does put me in kind of an interesting situation here. Sorry?
I didn't like best.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna evolve right into Dracloak and use the Recon Directive. Let's take. Okay, let's take this guy. Evolve and Recon once again. This is still a bad situation, but I think we can make it better. Let's keep this card here. Okay. I'm going to Cursed Blast, pop it on a Charcadet here.
Take a prize card.
You get to take a prize. Bring up the Badoo, and I'll boss up this Charcadet. And still want to deny those items. I also, if you don't respond to this Badoo, then I can still take a knockout with it. Bench the Shaman, and Itch.
Alrighty, I will draw for my turn. Okay. Once again, nothing really going on here. No items, no nothing. I mean, I guess I could just go for a Golden Flame, attach this energy over here. Or even I'll probably just attach the energy manually to Fezandipiti, and then pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Yeah, now again, difficult. I take this knockout, Paul gets to use Flip the Script, but I think if I'm able to get that going, I'm not in the biggest danger. So let's reset these guys. We're gonna start things off with another Recon Directive, kind of like this option. And let's Recon once again, kind of like this option.
Liking a lot of things.
I'm liking some stuff. Let's get Luminous down. And now maybe I have a doozy once again. I'm going to go ahead, Counter Catcher up the Fezandipiti.
Oof.
And yes, I know you can retreat it at some point, but now what I can also do is go for I think Jacques here is probably best. Just thin some more evolutions out of the deck here. Let's get Dragapult and Dusclops, and I'll evolve the Dusclops here. So still trying to play that game of chicken a little bit. I do have the Shaman on the bench, so this Fezandipiti can't hit anything on the bench, which I'm happy about.
Except for the Badoo.
Yeah, except for the Badoo in the active spot.
But I'd much rather use hands on that.
Exactly. I'll keep this Dragapult in the hand, and it's Itchy Pollen.
Alrighty. Draw for turn. Okay, got it. The top deck I wanted, I guess. The Armarouge.
All right.
Okay, so, but that doesn't really like activate any real attacker. I mean, I'm gonna go for a funny play. You know, let's go for a funny play. I'm going to evolve the damaged Charcadet into Armarouge. I will also evolve the other Charcadet to the Armarouge EX. I will retreat the Fezandipiti into the Armarouge EX. Use the Fire Off ability, move the 2 energies to the Armarouge EX, and then go for a Scorching Bazooka for the knockouts.
All right. Goodbye, Badoo. It was
doing
nice
something, basically.
You're doing something. And again, that Armarouge is good to have in the active for you because I can't one-hit it unless I use Dusknoir.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of challenging for me. But it's not the worst thing in the world.
If you get like Halucha, if you get Halucha, Dusknoir, knock out these two.
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, Dusknoir is like prized, so I can't do that. But I can like kind of set myself up a little bit.
Wait a second. Crazy play. You Counter Catcher. Halucha ping this and this, or even like Halucha ping, Dusclops pop, Counter Catcher it back, and then knock at them both. I'm fantasizing over here.
You're fantasizing about it. Let's see if it happens with an Iono.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, just infinite items in my hand.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take my 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Start off with some Recon. I will keep this. Recon once again. Oh, there's everything. I'll keep that. Let's go ahead and attach for turn over here. And now, I think the play still, you know what we can do? We can bench this Fez, and we can flip that script. Okay. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. I have like kind of the pieces, but not really. So, okay, I think I want to be kind of funny here. I will Dusclops, because that's got that. Dusclops, hit the active.
Yeah, I was thinking that exactly.
Yeah, you get to
I gotta take a prize.
Then let's go ahead, Night Stretcher, get myself Hawlucha. Now I'll bench the Hawlucha, and Flying Entry will let me put one on the Armarouge, and I guess I'll also just put one on the hands here.
Kind of feel like you have a better play here, honestly.
It's still pretty solid because I'm gonna be leaving this Armarouge with 10 HP left.
But like, you know what else knocks out for 10 HP? The Hawlucha. So if you just like swing, put like 6 here, Counter Catcher knock out both of them in the same turn without an attack. I feel like that's way better than just benching the Hawlucha.
Like here, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying like keep it in hand and you just go flying. You just go like 200 here, 6 here. Leave this with.
But I don't do 200 there.
Yeah, you do.
Oh no, I do because of the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you can also use another attacker. I'm more trying to get rid of this guy.
To use an attacker, I have to retreat these 2 over here, and then I have to get, what, 3 energies somehow?
Yeah.
And then this Luminous energy is not gonna even work. And then what am I gonna attack with? Gigas? But your Hawlucha is gonna knock out, take 3 prize cards. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna still do my play. I'm gonna still do my play.
Top player mentality.
Unfair snap.
Okay. Did I knock it out do this turn? Really? I knocked it out this like last turn?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look what my hand was.
That would have been a good hand for you, though.
No, it wouldn't have, because there was nothing else other than the energies. I guess. But then no Armarouge down.
Sorry?
No Armarouge down.
True. But then you can still big swing with this actives.
Okay. I'm rocking with it. Don't get a Can Catcher, please.
I don't have one. So we're gonna go ahead and Phantom Dive.
Sure.
And then
knock that out. Sure. Okay, so 6, oops, where's the 6? 6, 12, 18, and then this can technically go to 6 and a 1.
Yes.
So I have 250 HP on this one, and this gets knocked out. Draw for my turn. I don't even know what I want to do here. I can bench Mew EX, go for an Earthen Vessel, discard the Fire Energy, get myself 2 more fires, use Golden Flame, restart, and flip the script.
Ooh, okay. Yo, maybe I did mess up.
No, you didn't. Alrighty. And I will use Golden Flame to attach 200 to Ethan's Ho EX. Restart for 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then I'll go for flip the script. Draw 3 more. Night Stretcher. Back the Charcadet. Go for a Pokégear. The top 7. Get any supporter. 7. Grab myself a Research. I will attach a Luminous Energy to the Armarouge EX. And yeah, I'll just go for a Professor's Research. I don't want to save my hand and then do nothing. Alrighty, draw 7, not 3, 7.
3, yo.
5, 7. Okay. Not bad, I guess. And then I guess really nothing else to do but to go for Scorching Bazooka for how much damage? What is that? 80, 120, 160. So 160 damage.
160. All right. My Dragapult is punched. I'm gonna draw for turn here. Start things off by attaching, I think the Fire Energy to this Dracloak is good. Now I'll also go ahead and use Iono.
Hopefully you don't see the Counter Catcher.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, 9 cards.
A recon. Keep this. Recon again. You live to see another day.
Yes. Scoop of Cyclone, Halucha, Ping.
That'd be kind of crazy, actually. You know, maybe I should do that. No, I wish. Let's carve out this hand a little bit. Not a whole lot I can do. You heal damage, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually really good.
And I guess it does knock out the Dragapult as well.
Yeah.
It's probably actually the best attacker then.
So yeah, I'm honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna swing, and I'm gonna put all, well, I'll put like, it doesn't really matter.
No, I guess not. I guess you could put 1 here so you can set it up.
Yeah, I'll do like 1 in 5.
1 and 5.
Because if you heal, the
There's still
Fezandipiti
1.
can still get hit, yeah, and I take 2 here.
Okay, that's probably the best scenario because the Armarouge is like the extra 109 damage is kind of useless.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because I feel like the Dragapult, every single damage counter matters in the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw for my turn. Interesting. It's 3 to 3. I could take 2 with the Ethan's Whole EX. And then how do I take my last one? I mean, I guess I could just like swing in the active. I technically don't even need Armarouge here, which is pretty good because I think I have both of them in the discard pile. Yeah, I discarded 1 and the other one got knocked out. So I need a Night Stretcher for it. How many Night Stretchers do I have? 1 used. So I should have 2 Night Stretchers left in the deck, which is good. I think I'm just gonna start off with an Iono. I don't like that size of the hand.
That is very fair. That is very fair.
Draw 3. Interesting. Start off with a Pokégear. Probably just gonna fail it. Oof, Night Stretcher was on the top of the deck.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail it because I want to restart and then flip the script. 5, 6, 7. And then I'll go for restart for 1. Okay.
Nice
the script for 3. No. Fortunately not. I don't think I can even get a piece off here. An attacker. Oof. It's kind of unfortunate. I hope once again that you don't have a way to retreat. That does not sound great. Okay. Yeah, I kind of have to hopefully leave the Ho-Oh in the active maybe. I'm just not 100% sure. I could attach the Luminous Energy to Ethan's Ho EX. And I didn't see a Fire Energy at all, so can't use the ability. I could Prime Catcher. That might be the best bet. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess I have to hope. So I'll just go for a Prime Catcher. I'll Prime Catcher up the Fezandipiti. Promote the Ho EX. And I will have to pass.
Okay, let's draw. Let's go. Let's start with some recon. I guess that's fine. Recon once again. Keep this one. Okay. Make some magic happen, maybe. Let's go for an Arven here. Arven kidnap me. The rescue board, which is exactly what I wanted for Christmas. You can get an Earthen Vessel as well. Now, we'll throw the rescue board on the Fez. Vessel away this Dracloak. Get myself fire and a psychic over here.
Yeah, it's not looking great here. It's not looking great.
go. I'll attach onto this Dracloak here. I will evolve it into a Dragapult. So I got a fresh guy ready to go.
Yeah.
Then I'll retreat, and even though it gives him access to flip the script, I think it's still best to take out the Charcadet here.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna Fam Dive, take out the Charcadet, 200 to the Ho-Oh, and I was debating spreading things out, but basically if he were to find a fire energy, then all that spread damage would be negated. So at least this way, I still can win next turn.
Yeah. Draw for my turn. Bench Regigigas. And I'm just gonna go for a Professor's Research.
Okay.
Draw 7. So that's 8. Go for Flip the Script. And then it's looking kind of tough here. Such a weird play that I could do here. I'm gonna go for a, I'll go for a Nest Ball. See what left in the deck. Get myself the Charcadet. I don't even know how I can win here. I'm thinking like I have to leave Regigigas in the active, hope you whiff the Gust. That will put me down to 3-1. We have 2 Dragapult set up really already. It's gonna be kind of tough for me here. Okay, don't have access to really anything else. Yeah, because even if I leave the Ho in the active, you just knock it out. Yeah, we're not down until it's over. So I will retreat with the Luminous and the Fire, the Regigigas, hopefully whiffing the Gust. I don't even know what whiffing the Gust would even do here.
You get to play another turn.
I will, what is it called? Golden Flame to the Ho EX. Pal Pad back 2 Boss's Orders. My only 2. And pass.
Okay, let's see. I don't have it in hand, so it's gonna come down to a Recon Directive. Yeah, I found it.
It's gonna come down to this. Oh no. Oh.
I mean, my deck was still pretty thick, and I only had 1 in there, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll bring up the Ho-Oh or the Fez.
Anything you want, really knock it out, really.
Yeah.
Good game.
GG.
Not a great showing, I gotta say, unfortunately.
I don't know. I had higher hopes for Ho-Oh, but it makes, like, I can kind of see why. If you're just not able to establish a turn 2 attacker, I feel like same situation would happen against any other deck, where you would just kind of get ran over. Yeah,
the deck is good if you get lucky, I'll say that, because you really need a lot every single turn. You need to evolve into the Armarouge, you need to get a Ho down, get the energies as well, get a Luminous energy, and get an attacker as well, right? And getting all of that turn 2 under item lock, even without item lock, I still didn't have it sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough. This deck is sort of it's going to be a for fun deck, really. Like, I don't see a way that this deck can be really competitive. Maybe when the new Ember comes out in the, what's the set called? Black Bolt, White Flare? Yeah. So once the Ember comes out, maybe there's another potential. But for now, I'd say that, like, if you play it to locals, have fun, but don't expect to do well in a regional. Yeah, I mean, the deck, I think, does just need too much to get moving. And, you know, in a world where I can just completely dismantle your board in like 3 turns, and if you can't get anything happening, then you kind of just get cooked, right? Dragapult did what Dragapult does best, and it just destroys boards that are unstable and makes them even more unstable. And yeah, it still felt good, still felt like Dragapult. I was, you know, if you were able to get like turn 2 attack pretty much, I probably would have been in trouble, because if you can select your attacker of choice, get a turn 2 swing to whatever's good for the situation, it could have been pretty bad for me. But I think if you really do want to make this Armarouge Ho-Oh deck work, it's all about optimizing it and kind of just building your deck to ensure that as soon as possible, or as often as possible, I should say. But then again, you know, like Paul was saying, you just need so much, and everything needs to happen in the right order. Exactly. So, hey, at least we know Dragapult's still good, so I guess go buy that League Battle deck or whatever. And yeah, thank you all for watching. We're gonna
be recording all night long here at Hitmonchatting Studio to get more tabletop gameplay in. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what matchups you want to see, and subscribe for more tabletop content. Thanks to Paul for joining me as always, and until next time, Hitmonchatting is out.
Just wanted to take a second to thank our channel members. As of right now, my one and only channel member is Rahat M9. Thank you so much for supporting the Hitmonchatting channel. If you too would like to support the Hitmonchatting channel, you can take a look at the membership link below. Lots of different levels and exclusive perks like videos, discounts, and more.